Welcome back to Satisfactory. Okay, so this here is producing away on uranium fuel cells, and we can see, well, fuel rods I should say. We've already got 2 in here, and we've already got 2 in here as well. Let me just check to see if there's any in this one. There is 1 in here, and there's none in here yet. So these here are going to slowly fill up, but the next thing we need to do now is start providing water for these here. And I just realised I never connected the rest of the water up for the rest. And now let's have a look here to see what they consume. So they're doing 240 per minute, and the maximum capacity of a pipe I think is 600. So let's round them up. So say this here is going to be 300. So one pipe's going to do 2 of these here. So we need 5 pipes coming off this here. So 5 6s are 30, so we need 3,000 equivalent of water coming out of this here, supplying this here. So what I'm thinking is putting a storage tank behind each one of these here, and then having the water come out and spread out into this here. So that is one way of doing it. So one storage tank will do both, feed both systems. The only thing is we're not going to get a storage tank all the way down here, so what we'll do is we will build them as close to each other as possible, have them come down and under, and then I'm going to hook them all up underneath the actual thing, or if I can get them to come up over the top, but I don't know if I will. Let's have a look. Let's see, I think that will just, yeah, we can get them to come up over the top. So let me see, ideally if we do a left shift, if we have them all coming up over the top in the middle over here, will that get over this here problem here? I think it will. So what I'm thinking of doing is the organization. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we need 25 encased industrial beams. Let's get them first. And then we'll hook it from the back side over. And I know this will seem a bit tedious, but we'll get it. And how many do we need? 25. Let's rob some off this here. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's water up here, and we just need to pressurize it and take it up. It's just over there. So we'll take that water across over to here and then fill up these big tanks here, big buffer tanks. So let me see, one's going, I want to keep these here sort of close in between, but not too far away from, and I don't want them overlapping with the power line either. So I think we'll get the middle of them just sitting there. And what is the back of that like? Perfect. Right. So they're going to sit along this line here, but in the middle of all these here. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, hold on. Hitch. Over into the middle. Same thing again. Hitch. And that's it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Yeah, this should fit perfect. There, hitch. That's that one, and then this one here. Hitch. Is going into there. And just check to see if that's on the thing, and then that's on the middle. Yeah. Then what we do is we'll take the water across and mount it onto here at the top end, and that'll do it for them all. And then we take the water from over here. Now the thing is, I am going to hook just temporarily this here to this one. That's going to get the hypertube active, because I need to take electricity off here to power the pumps. Which are up here. How many have we got? We've got 1, 2. Let me just get the actual things here. Where are they? Is it production there under? resource well extractor. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be perfect. 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 there, plus the pressurizer. Let's double check. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so we're gonna get all them. So we need 7 of these here. And a resource. So we need 10 radio components and 25 altogether of those there. And a bunch of pipe, a whole load of pipe. I think we will have enough to do it. And they're all going to link up to this here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link up everything. First, all the pipe work here for this here. And then I'm going to get the resources needed. And then we'll manually build the pipe from there over to here. Although I would prefer to have it come along, you know, a whole system for it. But here, oh, I just realized it's going to be 5 lines. Yeah, there's going to be 5 lines coming across to over here because we can't put it, no, we can't have 1 line coming down. It's not going to be enough. So there's going to be 5. So let me just quickly get a foundation here, and we're going to use the narrow one. We're going to use that as well, actually no, let's keep it simple. Let's get this to go over as far as it can go. I want to see how far this does go before it, you know, merges in. It'll make things a lot easier for building. Okay, so there's a bit of clipping there. Still okay. I think it ends just about there. Right. And then we need to have 5 lines that run along this. Maybe even this one. I need to move that hypertube as well. Right. Which part there sort of narrowly? Let's get that. Will we be able to get the 5 tubes there? Let's have a look. I want to just put these here down first. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. No. Should be able to get that way. Now I know I could stack them on top of each other using the but I don't want to do that though. I don't want to stack them on top of each other because then it just looks a wee bit weird. I'd rather have 5 spread out that come down and then divert out to wherever they needed to go. Just keep things a lot simple. I don't even think I'm gonna put a balancer in between, as in like have these all connected to a common inlet. I think I'm just gonna have each one dedicated, but I don't know how much water comes out of each one of those pressurizers, so I don't even know if you can overclock them either. But let me just go and get this here connected up and all the resources, and then we'll resume from there. Okay, we're back. So I've got all the resources needed, and we have this here pretty much ready to go. Oh, I did forget about hooking the rest of this here up, but oh well. Shouldn't be too hard anyway. We can get them hooked up very quickly. So that's going to this one. That one's going to that one. That one's going to this one. Etc. etc. So I have been I've just been over at the large facility there for making different things, and encased industrial beams is starting to get a bit rare to make because we've run out of steel beams. So I think we need to up our steel production just because of that. I'm going to take this here as far as I can go. Oh, it looks like it's going to go as far as there, and then we're going to get. I'm going to put this here on number 1, and I'm going to put this here as number 2, just to make things a bit quicker here. So that's going 2, 3, 4, 5. And number 2, just want to stretch these here as far as possible. That's there. And this one 2, 3, 4, 5. And hook those all up together. And I think, should we do a buffer in between? A large tank buffer? I don't know if that's necessary. I think we've got to do this side. That one to that one, this one to this one, and that one down. Right, okay, so they're all going to flow down the hill here, so we only need 5. Let's see, let's have a look. Production. Resource, pressurizer, turn this around to its facing right about here, and then we'll put the oil, sorry, the resources. Oh, it must be activated first. Alright, let's get that powered up. There you go. And then we get our production. That can't go on until this here's pressurized. Can we actually speed this thing up? We can. That's doing 700. Oh dear, that's 780 per minute. We need a load more than that. Unless we restrict the nuclear facility just to do enough for 2 for now until we get another water resource up. Right, so I think the other resource is down here. There's one down there, so that's going to have to be pumped up to here. That's probably going to be enough to do 2 as well, and then we need another one for 1. Well, we'll see how far this here goes. We'll take all the stuff. We'll take from these 2 wells here, closest ones. Let's see, that's going here, and that one is going a wee bit angled over this way. And we'll take 2 pipes up here, and then the 3 can go other ways. Or we take the 3 from up here. I think that would be the best thing to do. Let me see. 2. That's gonna go. Let's see this line here. And that's going to that one, and that one's going to that one there. Let me see. That can go. I suppose we'll do 3 for now. Why not? So let me see. That can go. And then this one can go. Close enough to this one, but not enough that it's going to clip. And this one can go straight down. So that should be providing water there now. There is steam coming out of them, but shouldn't be any water in it at the minute. I think that's because it's all making its way down there at the minute. Oh, this is actually made things a little bit awkward because it's the first 3 pipes that I've connected into, but we need the first we need the first 2. We need these 2 here to be filled with water. Is there any water in these at the minute? I think we're gonna move them. Yeah, I think we should move them over a wee bit. Let me see. 1. Get rid of these here. And finish off these here. Let's see if that can go. Yeah, I'll put it over here to the far one. Of course you have to do that, don't you? I suppose those there, yeah, they're okay, they're going like that. And then we take... Right, that'll do. Let's follow these here lines on down and get them all connected up. And then we get... I don't know why they're steaming up like that. I think it might be just a bug. Right, so let me see. This one's going there, and then we're putting this one there. Then that one's going hooking up this one to this one. Oh, I forgot. That has to go back 2, so it's 1, 2. Because of the bend. Like that. And then they'll make their way along. One, two. So this should start filling up. Oh, are they slightly going uphill a wee bit? I think they might be slightly going uphill a wee bit. No, should that's all level. That's all level the whole way there. So there's should be filling up. Oh, there it is. No power because there's no water yet. I don't think it has the head to lift it up, so we might have to put wee head things on. That pipe has no water in it. That does. There's no pressure, that's why. Okay, that's good to know. So that's that. I'll take the rest of this one on up. It goes to this one. 1, 2. It's gonna go here, back to there. Alright, let them fill up. And number 3 as well can fill up off that spare one. So that's going boom, 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 boom. So H. And then it's going over to here. Yeah. And I think for the sake of this here, we'll just connect up these other pipes as well. So that's going 2. And we go to a 1. Connect that one to that one. And then we'll do this one here first. And then this one can go on over to here. Yeah, we can follow this one. So that's 2. Yeah, we'll go this way here. And I can go as far as that middle line. Actually, it makes sense to take this on over first. One, 2. No, it came over too far. There we go. That's them all connected up. All our pipes there. And I think for the sake of this here, I think what we'll do is we will balance them all out. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a bit of a balancer here. So we're going to take all the pumps up and pump up. Because I don't think it prioritizes. I don't think what it'll do is it'll put no like If there's 7 of these here, I don't think what it'll do is it'll divide them out. No, like 780 divided by 7. I think it quite literally puts it through this here anyway. So I think what we'll do is we'll link them up and then we'll do like a balancer. So let's get rid of these ones here. And we'll do a bit of a platform where they raise up. So let's go with a wall, basic wall. Ooh, they're a bit close there, so there. I think we'll take them back a wee tad. Like this here. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Right, so what we'll do is we'll do a bit of a wall here. And then we'll go either side, followed by another big foundation. And then we take those pipes up to that, and then the spread. I'm going to do a balancer in between. So let me see, the first valve is going a wee bit off to the tad to the middle. So let me see, logistics. This here is going there. There has to be a bit of a gap between. They're going to balance out. To which then they fall let's see, but here go to as far as there. So if we do a pipe to that one. Oh, sure. And then connect them up normally. That's just balancing them out prior to coming down here. And then just going to delete this here. Get rid of all those. And we're going to take the rest. I know I did put some, let's see, get the rest of them here. One there. One here. And 2 up here. So let me see, we take the tops of those foundations there across. And then what we do is we get this one here, bring that up as far as we can get. Space, I think it is. There we go. So we've got 7 there, 5 pipes, balancers in between. So we'll do because there's 7, we'll do a 2, a 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So those 2 can join together, those 2 can join together, and then these here can go into their own. So let's do that. So these can go in between each other. These go in between each other with a divider coming out of that. Let me see, the junction coming as close to there. This one here will go in there. And then it is quite literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that can be the furthest one. That one can be the second one. That can be the middle one. That can be the furthest one. And then this one can be the one that goes up to here. I know it looks like an off state, but that there looks beautiful. I'm happy with that there. Looks nice. Now, they should be all fired up now. The electricity should be firing into these here already. Let's have a look. If all's working well. Yeah, they are. They are... Oh, there's no water. That's why. So we need a serious amount of water into this thing. We could pump from over there as well. How much would that give us? But there's one pump does 300 at maximum, I think it is, overclock. So that would be enough to do... Oh, wait, how much does this consume? We can't overclock these as well, that's pretty much it. So, oh, look at that energy spike there, went up all the way there. So we're producing 13 or so there at the minute. And it uses 240 per minute. So let's do a bit of calculation here. So it is 240 times 10, which, well, 2400. So 2400, let me see, 2400 a second divided by, 300. If you were just use pumps, you need 8 pumps to take all that stuff from over here. Let's see. Have a look. Could we get 8 pumps in there? I don't know if we can. Let's see. Have we got enough for 8 for starters? Yeah, we do. Right, can we get 8 in there? That's the question. Go away there, Bean. I'm gonna shoot you. Keep going. Bean's just stuck in the way. I hate whenever it does that. Get. There, stuck in the way. Sorry, Bean, but you're just stuck in the way. Right. Just double check before we go and build that. Let's just check to see if these can actually handle 300 per minute. That's what they're doing. 300 per minute. So with 300, we need 8 to. That means then we're bypassing that whole thing up there for our water. But then we've got quite a lot here as well, but we don't have our overclock as much. Let's see how far we can get this. I want to try and put 8 in. So that's that one. So we need to get another 4 in here. Doesn't look like it's going to be possible. That's the only lake over here as well. Don't think there's anything up here, is there? At least I remember seeing anything up there. Let's get a bit of height here anyway. Yeah, I don't know. That's just, they're just using far too much water to keep up with that demand. So I think what we'll do is we'll shut this here down to 2 reactors. Just to keep things simple. So let's shut that down. So they're going to save up on no nuclear rods. I don't want them to go through it. There we go. So that's them all shut down, but these here will start to fill up with water, which is doing there at the minute. Yeah, what's this flow rate coming into that? So it doesn't even say what it is. That's okay. Now what's these here? That's it not. Right. Very little water in these here at the minute. Maybe they do need to be pumped. 240, 240. What's in this here tank? I think it needs a bit of a head lift, so let's put a bit of a pump on it. I think we just need this one here. Let's put that sort of, I want to sort of just touching the line and connect that there up. Let me see, that will connect to that one onwards, or yeah. See what that does now. It's starting to fill up. Just getting the solid line there. That's what I want to see. I want to see that line there. Oh, it's gone off, has it? I think we'll add pumps onto all them anyway, just for the sake of it. Because that only lifts up 5 meters, when you need to lift up 5 meters or so. So that's going there. And then I'll hook back to that. There we go. So what'll happen is these here will all start to backfill, should backfill with the water, and then they'll tip into that one there, which carries a maximum of 600. So they're starting to, they should balance out. This tank here should start to rapidly fill up. We haven't even overclocked that up there either, have we? Hold on, have we got any more shards? Or did we already? There's no shards. I don't think we have any to spare. I want to see if this here thing is overclocked. I don't think we did. Let me see if there's any water stored in these. Yeah, some is. Right, so if we can overclock this here to even there, double, that'll be 78 times 2. What's that? Oh, 7, 8 times 2 is 1560, so that's about half. If we can get that, that would be perfect. We just need 3 shards, and there is slugs. Oh, we do have some slugs about. Let's have a look to see if we have any slugs. We've got 4 blue ones and 1 yellow one. Okay, so let's go and quickly process those, and we'll get 3 shards, and that should do the should enough. We just need 3 for those pumps, and then that'll do the rest. I should actually put a hypertube in there. I should actually put hypertubes around the whole thing, because there is some parts where I do walk to it a lot more common than the others, so it'd make things a lot quicker for travel. Like this is here very, very slow. Let's see, we'll put it. Oh, we've no electricity over here. That's okay. We can rob it from we can rob it from this here line. Let me see, that can be stolen off this here temporarily. Right, so the way this here is going to work is we're going to get our slugs. Put the blue, and then that one there. That is going to make... Is the blue one we have in there first? Once we get the ones where you can make the charge off, that'd be good. Be able to overclock everything on this here facility. Good. Nice. I'm gonna just put that in there. We need. Hold on, we only need. We need 3 here. Press can go in there. Right, let's run over. Not too far away. I'm actually going to cut a hole in that hypertube just to make things a wee bit quicker to run over and back. We'll soon get a load of water run through this here. So those pipes' capacity is 6 times 5 is 3, so 3,000 capacity there between them. The bandwidth. 3,000 is the limit. So this here is doing about half that. So in theory, those pipes there should be able to take it. The only ones that I have concern about is these 2 here where they're merging in together, but shouldn't be that big of an issue. Alright, let's get them. Actually, let's go with all 3. Let's get her up there to whack her up there to 2,000. So that's, how much is that consuming now? Holy smokes, it's nearly a gigawatt, a half a gigawatt. Well, that should that power plant should be well able to take that. And we are getting quite high with the line. I can't set up the particle accelerator until at least those 2 are running. How much is run through these pipes here at the minute? Is this full? So at a minimum there should be about, these here should be run about 600. So the flow rate's 5, there's 500 on this one, 500 on that one, 5 on that one, 4 on that one, and 5 on that one there. So this here should be filling up at a rate of about 500 or so a second, which should be enough for that there. So the fill rate is 500 and or so, and the drain rate is 486. So the net is, as long as we're in the plus, that's the main thing. And these here should be well up. Now we could always take this here down, but I'd rather not do that. So So that's 240 and 240. 240 and 240 is 480. So there's 480 going out. But why is it showing that much? Or is that because of the capacity of the pipes as well? So as long as the net's above, then that's the main thing. What's this here at? Yeah, we'll let them drain. Oh, let them fill up. So there's, what is it? Was it 2,000 or something? So in theory, these other two here can start going shortly. Oh, it's gone to minus there. But I think it's because these here tanks are starting to fill now. Be interesting to see what happens now when these here fill to the brim. Then what happens is it'll back up and then the splitters should balance between them. Oh, they're starting to, that's draining there, so it is. Is that making its way back? I'm gonna set valves on these here. There shouldn't be any water coming back on itself there. Logistics, valves. The valves should start up here. I don't want them filling each other, you know, that sort of way. I don't want it, you know, like this one here to come back on itself and go down this here line. I want them to start here. Now let's see the fill rate. Now this should be a lot more better. So that is 600. That's 500. That's 600. That's 600. That one there is 600, but it's full. And they're not sharing. None of them are sharing the bulbs either. So I'm just gonna call them bulbs. They look like big bulbs. Bean, you're back. So now that should fill to brim. Why is it going down? Is it because we need a valve now close to stop the pipe from backfilling or something? I don't know, I'm a wee bit confused. Nearly there. And that's pretty much it full now to the brim. Right, and then this, I assume that these here are full. Yeah, so they're full, okay. What about this one here? That's full. That's full. That one's full. So this one here should start to fill up massively. I just don't understand the... Oh, the drain rate would be... Oh, because it's in use. In theory. There's there, you can see it there, how much it's consuming. So it's using 10 or so a second. This here is still floating around at... Ooh. Starting to skyrocket there now. Right, very tempted to switch this here on into to do 2, but we're sitting there nicely above there. We're sitting at 13,000, although our consumption, I suppose we could do one more. So that's got 3 in it, fuel cells. That one there's got 6. How much has this got? 26. And that one there's got 14. But what'll happen is they'll eventually, you know, like it'll all backfill on itself. There's 2 there away. Oh wait, that's nuclear waste. How much is in here at the minute? Holy smokes, 328 already. That's highly reactive. Right, we need to find out a way to process this. this stuff. It's coming out at a certain rate there, so it is. So let's have a look with it, and let's get away from it first. So that is waste. Let's have a look at it. Right, so that's what's coming out at the minute. So we need to process that into two things. So we need the particle accelerator and we need the blender. The blender is going to take this here, and that's 50 per minute, which should do us, in this case we only need one blender. And we need to mix that with nitric acid, which is made using the aluminium. Is it? Let me have a look. Is it nitrogen gas? Right, okay, we have nitrogen gas not that far away, so that's good. We can pipe into that very easily. So that's mixed with that there to make this here stuff. So nitric acid is just that mixed with water. Okay, so we can do that all over there at the wee tiny lake and make that stuff, which isn't that hard. Which is then mixed with sulfuric acid. We can take that. We can take that from the train station above, so that's easy enough. We need silica. Okay, silica, we get that from the quartz. We are producing that at the minute, so that's not hard to pipe off some of that and take it over here. And then we mix it with that, and that gives us non-fissile uranium and water. Okay, so the water can get recycled back into this here, so that's good. So then we make this, and then we have to mix that with these here fuel cells, and that gives us the plutonium pellet. And with the plutonium pellet, we mix it with concrete, which is good because there is actually limestone underneath us, so we can just mine that straight up and mix it with this here. That'll make encased plutonium cell used for nuclear power production. So that makes those, which is then mixed with these items here. Okay, so we just need 2 more additional items. So we need these here, and the heat sinks mixed with the plutonium fuel rods, and that'll produce 1.5 million. Am I counting that right? It's hard to see that. 1.5 million it produces. Okay. So if that's 1.5 million, how much does the ordinary uranium produce? Holy smokes. That's serious. It's double. The waste will actually produce double. Okay. So that's the next big project. I'm just curious. I want to take one. So it's on us there at the minute. What happens? Can we bin that? Ah, okay. Right, so we will eventually, we'll have to do stuff with it anyway, and I don't think it can be synced either. But we, it's just in case this here starts to fill up, but we can store it for now, and I can add more storage units in behind, but now we need a way to process it. But now that gives us more options. What happens when you burn that? What do you get out of it? Plutonium, like what waste do you get out of it? Like if we go to this here, oh no, it's got 1, and has any of these got 0? Yeah, there's one there with 0. We can see it there. Plutonium fuel rods are actually better to make because they burn at a slower rate. But what is the byproduct of this here? Like we know, what's the byproduct of this? Does it tell you that it produces waste? It doesn't. Let me see. Oh. And like this here doesn't even tell you. It doesn't even tell you like what it produces. It's a bit annoying with that whole wiki. I kinda wish it would tell you what it takes and what it spits out as a byproduct. So I don't know what the byproduct of using the plutonium is. I'll have to look that up in the wiki. But anyway, that's going to be it for this here episode. I'm just going to have a quick look here at the minute. So that's a nice, there's a nice steady flow there up between. The water is nice and full. Let's just see if that tank is starting to fill. It should be. It is. So I think we can get away with turning on this one as well. And then that allows us to meet our demand. That's our current demand here. There. But that's the most of that there in between is actually the train. The train lines have taken up most of that in there. So we are right above, or just riding alongside our maximum consumption limit. There's all the stuff pooping out of it. But yeah, I'm going to look up in the wiki to see how much this produces, they produce per minute, and then if the plutonium produces waste, because if it produces waste then we're going to have a big nightmare on our case, because then it's going to be a big issue. But I need to see then what the rate of this here is being produced at, because there's no point building another 10 nuclear facilities if it only burns at a rate of 0.1 per minute. No, like we just maybe have like 2 of them set up just to use this here. But we'll work it out anyway. But that's it for this here episode. Thanks again for watching. If you have any comments or any suggestions at all, do drop it down below, or visit Discord channel that is linked in the description. Follow Discord channel for the schedule as well as the information board. There you'll be able to see what games we're playing, as well as when those games are coming out onto YouTube. If you're enjoying the content, do consider subscribing and drop a like if you enjoy what you see. As you know, it helps show what people are interested in the most, and I'll try and focus on those areas a bit more in the future. But other than that, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel donators. You help make these videos possible.